Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! I have loved having the honor to share with you my story about how I became a fan of Descendants of Zombies because I have believed in these franchises so much. And I've loved having the opportunity to meet so many wonderful fans of Descendants of Zombies through the years. This truly has become everybody's favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel ever created because of how its content resonates with every fan who has believed in Descendants of Zombies for different reasons, because everybody has a different reason as why they believe in Descendants of Zombies. And I think that's cool. And I think it's so cool how you guys have represented yourselves as fans through how you feel passionate about drawing your favorite Descendants characters, collecting Descendants of Zombies merch. It's so fun experiencing these franchises. I've been a part of these franchises and involved with them for at least 10 years, and over the last 10 years I've had the honor of sharing with you my story about how I became a fan of Descendants of Zombies. Because it happened because of each and every one of you. You guys showed me something special in Descendants of Zombies and made me a believer in these franchises more than I had believed in anything in my entire life as a journalist. I've had the honor of being a part of so many momentous times in history when it comes to entertainment, but I could never remember being a part of something so special, quite like Descendants of Zombies. Because I not only had the honor of creating all this wonderful content, I had the honor of meeting so many people who were forever appreciative of how I felt about Descendants of Zombies. Now I had this unique ability to be able to share with you my insights, my predictions, and my thoughts on a franchise I believed in so much. I have believed in these franchises for forever, so if you yourself are looking for a reason to believe in Descendants of Zombies more than your own life, then I think this could be the YouTube channel for you. If you're a fan of Kylie Cantrell, I am too. If you love Ruby Rose Turner, I love Ruby too. If you believe in Freya Skye, I believe in Freya Skye more than anybody else in the world, because I've seen something special in them from the very beginning. And since seeing something special in them from the very first moment I ever saw them, I knew they were going to go on to achieve greatness. And I just wanted to be a part of their story, just as I wanted you guys to be a part of my own. I had no idea how I was going to be received so well by fans of Descendants of Zombies. Just to give you a perspective on how well received I've been by fans of Descendants of Zombies, just last night, my latest Descendants of Zombies commentary received over 150 views in less than 1 hour. In less than 1 hour, that never happens for any fans of any franchises. It happened because of each and every one of you, and how much you have believed in my videos and my vision for Descendants of Zombies for forever. And I have this to say to each and every one of you. For those of you who have believed in a future for Descendants of Zombies, I have never felt more excited to be a part of that and share in this experience with each and every one of you. Because of you, I got to be a part of it. And because of you, I got to share in something so special that I know will forever and always hold a special place in my heart that I will never forget any of you because of. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to have come into your life and represented you as your voice of Descendants of Zombies. Who out there is excited about Freya Skye's Stars Align concert tour, which will kick off in Portland, Oregon, coming up on February 6th. Yours truly is very excited for Freya because I have always believed that Freya deserves these opportunities and should deserve more opportunities in the very near future to showcase what she's really all about, how she wants to represent herself. One of the moments from the Worlds Collide tour that I will never ever forget is when Freya Skye had this emotional breakdown on stage because she was sharing in a very emotional time in her life with each and every one of you, because it had everything to do with how she was so appreciative of each and every one of you. And you likewise, the feeling was mutual because you were appreciative of Freya Skye and sharing in that moment with her because you were diehard fans of Freya. The energy at every venue for the 43 arena dates was at an all-time high because you felt very passionate in Freya Skye and you believed in her with all of your heart. Again, reiterating what I've said time and time again through the years, at least for the better part of half of a decade, that everything happens because of each and every one of you in relation to Descendants of Zombies, because you guys have believed in it with all of your heart. And I am here to tell you guys there is nothing wrong with ever having been a fan of Descendants of Zombies, because I am a fan too. I saw something special in the stories for both franchises. I saw something special in the characters for both franchises. I wanted to see crossover opportunities where the two franchises would kind of come together, because the Worlds Collide Tour is just one way of perceiving it. And I know everybody had a different opinion when it came to the Worlds Collide Tour about how it didn't live up to a certain criteria or an expectation they may have had who really cares how a critic feels, because I am far from a critic or speaking from the perspective of a journalist, because every time I've ever pushed record, I've spoken from the perspective of a fan, and I've done everything with an open heart and an open mind, because when you perceive it with an open heart and an open mind and approach it that way, you get a greater appreciation from fans of this fandom. And believe you me, guys, for those of you who have never created Descendants of Zombies content for over 10 million people, the feeling of appreciation you get from these fans is unlike anything that you will ever experience in your lifetime. The appreciation and the love you receive is nothing that I would ever trade for anything else in this world. You guys are the most incredible fandom. You are forever supportive of who and what you love. You never quit on them because you've never quit on me, which is very apparent. You've obviously seen something very special on this YouTube channel and how I've told you stories about how I was a fan of Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella for many years, because I was. I remember being a huge fan of Cinderella, and for over 75 years she is the one Disney princess who is an original, and she is someone who has often resonated with so many people as their favorite Disney princess of all time. She was first introduced as part of Disney's original princess lineup, which originally included Tinkerbell, which is amazing, and I think that for over 75 years, 3/4 of a century, she's held a very special place in our heart. And nearly 75 years later, here comes Malia Baker with a powerful representation of what Cinderella should represent for every fan of a franchise which eventually would become Descendants. And of course, Kylie Control's character, Red, just didn't really care what anybody thought of her. And oftentimes, I wish Kylie Control felt that way, because in all honesty, Kylie Control is a very emotional person from off of camera. And she's an emotional person because she's always cared about what people have said about her and how people have felt about her. So she's always trying to change up her image to satisfy others. And that shows me a tremendous amount of heart and a tremendous amount of dedication to who and what she believes in, which is each and every one of you. But if Kylie never cared what a critic or a journalist felt about her or had to say, I think Kylie would be better off, because Kylie, regardless of how people may feel about her, is a beautiful person. And I've always and forever wanted Kylie Control to know that. I have taken bullets time and time again for your favorite Descendants and Zombie stars, and I've had no regrets. I haven't looked back since or had no regrets, because I think that the more love and support we show for them, the further they will go and the more success they will see throughout their young careers, because they still have a long way to go. I have had this conversation many times with many people in the music industry and the entertainment industry. You're never too old to learn something new, and every day you have an opportunity to learn something new. And when you take advantage and really seize the opportunity to learn something new, like Freya Sky and Kylie Control are forever and always doing, because we've forever and always believed in them, you really become something special. You just are never referred to as a one-shot wonder, because there are a lot of people in this industry who do become one-shot wonders because they think too much over themselves. One of those people that always resonates with me, who thinks a lot of themselves, has always been Taylor Swift, even though she was a profound success story that I'm using here as an example. I think that Taylor Swift's hype definitely speaks for itself. And I think that she's stolen the spotlight from a lot of people for a very long time. Now, I know there are a lot of Taylor Swift fans out there, and I respect you just as much as I respect every fan of Descendants of Zombies. But there are far too many celebrities who have forever and always snatched the spotlight from out underneath people like Kylie Control and Sabrina Carpenter for forever. And I really do believe that if we show them more love and support, they can come further. They can really go the distance than ever before. I have loved these Descendants stars for forever, and I've done a lot behind the scenes for Descendants and Zombies, and it has everything to do with how I, as a person, have believed in these stories. And now I can tell you how it looks really cool to drive a side-by-side through a rabbit hole for the first time ever. I've never seen this put into a script. I thought it was a very innovative way after having kept the rabbit hole closed for forever. And I think it was a very innovative way for Red to really discover her passion and her true calling in life, going on to achieve more than her mother, the Queen of Hearts, ever imagined that she would become. She definitely set goals and dreams for herself, and you guys have taken away so much inspiration to pursue your own dreams and goals, which has made it so fun for me to reach out and touch your hearts every single time. I never knew how I was ever going to touch the hearts of so many millions of fans of Descendants and Zombies. I didn't know if I was going to be received this significantly. But I had the honor of sharing with you my story about how I became a fan of Descendants and Zombies, how I've been living in this haunted house seemingly for forever. But it's really feeling like home here, because I had the honor to record a show from my home. I had the honor to reach out and touch the hearts of so many wonderful people and to resonate with each and every one of you, which is a quality that is lacking in the YouTube creators department. Because in all honesty, guys, if you fail to resonate with fans of Descendants of Zombies, you're not really fulfilling your purpose or your true calling as a YouTube creator. And I've had the honor of doing that time and time again as I've shared with you my story about how I became a fan of Descendants of Zombies, and I believed in people like Kylie Cantrell and Freya Sky with all of my heart. Because here's the thing. I don't need to know you to know whether or not you're a great person, because everybody is a great person in their own unique way. And I know that you love Kylie Cantrell and Freya Sky for forever and always. Many of you have got your tickets for the Stars Align tour, and what I want you to do on that night that you attend the Stars Align tour is to go out and have fun. Never care what a critic has to say on YouTube. Never believe in what a critic is trying to get you to buy on YouTube about how they feel about Freya Sky, because Freya Sky is only 16 years old. And what do you really know at 16 years old? You yourself are probably 16 years old watching this video. All you know is that one day you're going to find true love. You're going to achieve every dream and every goal that you ever set for yourself. And that's all I've ever wanted for each and every one of you. The reality of life is we all still have a long way to go. I'm a lot older than you guys, but I know that I still have a long way to go, and I'm never too old to learn something new or to have a new experience in my lifetime. Because this was one of them. I had the honor of meeting all of you, and you will forever and always hold a very special place in my heart for how I've been able to share with you this story about how I was a fan of Descendants of Zombies for forever and always. Because I really have been a fan of Descendants of Zombies for pretty much all of my existence. For at least over a decade, I profiled your favorite stars and all these moments that were life-changing experiences for them, despite all the criticism they received early on in their lives. We have shown them so much love and support that they've been able to see it through. And it just goes to show with heart and dedication, even just a little bit of heart and dedication, everybody can see some difficult times and trying times in their lives through. And it goes to show how supportive and how loyal you guys have been to this franchise for forever and always, because you believe in it with all of your heart. I would love for you guys to be a part of my story for forever and always. I would love for you to continue to represent yourselves as fans of Descendants of Zombies as we make this franchise stronger, because we are stronger together. Because we have believed in these stories for forever and always. I put a lot of money behind this YouTube channel, from reciprocal lights to professional microphones and podcast cameras, a new computer system to produce these videos in a more innovative way than ever before. But to be honest with you guys, even though it's $5,000 later, I've had the time of my life. And you're saying to yourself, hey, Jonathan Clarke, $5,000 is lots of money. Are you even monetized yet? No, not really. But I don't ever care if I get monetized. I've never cared about that, because that was never the purpose of creating this YouTube channel. The reason why I created this YouTube channel was to resonate with each and every one of you. Because if I couldn't do that, I would feel as if I was never a part of anything to begin with. But you guys accepted me as a voice of Descendants of Zombies who knew everything there seemed to know about Descendants of Zombies, and I believed in Descendants of Zombies with all of my heart. And that's the reason why within 1 hour, every one of my videos gets over 100 views, or within 2 or 3 days after the video is uploaded, it receives over 100 views and finds its way out into the YouTube Partnership Program and the recommendation system. I would like to say thank you to each and every one of you, because you guys are what's making up the algorithm. You guys are what's choosing the best videos on YouTube, and you guys have obviously chosen my videos about Descendants of Zombies as your favorite Descendants of Zombies videos of all time, your favorite content, and made this your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time. I can't even begin to put into words how appreciative I am of every single person who has ever taken a chance on me, because many of whom have been with me from the very beginning. I can remember a time when this YouTube channel had over 150 subscribers, and that's not very many subscribers. But the first 150 subscribers who ever showed up here and whoever believed in this YouTube channel have been with me to this day. They've been with me for forever, and you know who you are. Thank you so much for having been with me for forever and believing in my vision for Descendants of Zombies, which is a good one, which is a pretty cool one. Because if there's one guy on YouTube who has forever and always believed in a new chapter and new opportunities for these stars, it's always been me. And I have forever supported Kylie Cantrell. I will continue to support Freya Sky because she is relatively new. But because I remember her on a show like The Next Step here on YTV in Canada, and I remember coming home from work and throwing my keys down on the kitchen counter, so excited to catch the latest episode of The Next Step to find out what Freya Sky had happening for her. Because I knew she was destined for great things, just as I knew Taylor Swift many years ago was destined for great things. Taylor Swift's agent called me early on in her career and asked me my opinion on Taylor Swift. And I said, give her a chance. And lo and behold, Taylor Swift went on to become one of the greatest celebrities of all time. Not many people knew who Taylor Swift was at that time in her life. But because you're given a chance, that gives you an opportunity to seize an opportunity. And I think Kylie Cantrell, Malia Baker, and Ruby Rose Turner are evident that once you're given a chance and you make the most of it, magical things can really happen for you, because I'll tell you a little secret about me. The one thing about Jonathan Clarke you guys got to know is that I've always and forever believed in magic. I've always believed in second chances for you to represent yourself, and even when you get knocked down off of your proverbial horse, there's always a chance to get back up on your horse and ride it off into the sunset. Maybe that has something to do with how I've always believed in fairy tales, and I've always believed in people representing themselves in very different ways. Because when you think about it, if everybody was the same and had the same perspective and the same idea, wouldn't this world be a very boring place? Kylie Cantrell is a very innovative person. She's a very original person. I love qualities about her, like how she likes to design gift baskets and give it to her mom or her best friends, or to have time to hang out with her friends, to resonate with them, to connect with them. And not only to connect with her friends, but to connect with each and every one of you. I've always had this greater appreciation for Kylie Cantrell and her appreciation of life. That's one quality that always jumped out at me about Ruby Rose Turner, was just how appreciative she was of life. And how she always wanted to be these iconic characters like Rapunzel and Sleeping Beauty for live-action adaptations. While she may have never been handed the opportunity to be Rapunzel in the live-action Tangled, and that went to Tegan Croft, I think that Ruby Rose Turner is going to have many more opportunities and much more of a chance to really shine through. And I have forever believed that her story is anything but having been told and completed in the Descendants franchise, because we still have a long way to go. And I'm excited to join you guys on what's going to be an even more incredible journey into the future. And while we may never know what the future has in store, because as the old analogy goes, I've said this time and time again, you're never afraid of the dark, you're just afraid of what you can't see. So because you're never afraid of the dark and you're just afraid of what you can't see, that comes with a lot of uncertainty. That brings a lot of uncertainty to a lot of fans of Descendants of Zombies, because they don't know quite what to expect. And I myself really don't know quite what to expect with the Descendants franchise, but I know that it's going to be something special. While we may never know what the future has in store, it gives us more of a reason to believe in these franchises than perhaps we've ever believed in them with all of our lives and all of our hearts. And I know that you guys are going to continue to be fans of Descendants and Zombies for a very long time, myself included, as your voice of Descendants and Zombies. Because if I ever wanted to have an opportunity, it was going to have to be this opportunity to share with you my story about Descendants and Zombies. I never knew how I was going to be received or how I was going to be responded to, but because we believed in Descendants and Zombies so much, this is why Kylie Cantrell has been extended an invitation to be at the 2026 Grammy Award show. And this is why Descendants and Zombies has been nominated for so many awards at various award shows through the years. Because you guys have recognized how special it is, how it's forever and always held a special place in your heart, and I've just been so excited to share with you all these incredible memories from the premieres of Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires, from the premiere of The Rise of Red back in 2024. I know a lot of us were freaking out because the first 20 minutes of The Rise of Red, when it was first uploaded and premiered on Disney Plus, was freezing, and everybody was like, oh my god, we got to cancel our Disney Plus subscription because we can't watch The Rise of Red. It's freezing in the first 20 minutes. Well, Disney had to go back and fix a couple of edits, and they immediately re-uploaded it and fixed the glitch, and now everybody's watching it. Within the first 3 days, it received over 6.7 million views. Have you ever come to think about why it was glitching? It was probably because everybody was such huge fans of it that they were all trying to watch it at the same time. Who really knows? But in the first 3 days of its release, it received over 6.7 million views, and that showed how much it resonated with everybody. And I've loved being a part of this story, and I've loved sharing these opportunities that I think are going to be many more, but for Ruby Rose Turner and Kylie Cantrell. For those of you who have been subscribers to this YouTube channel, I've been a fan of these girls for forever, and I've shown so much love and support for them because I have believed in every vision they've ever had as entertainers, because all they've ever wanted to be a part of is the chance to entertain each and every one of you. And you gave them that opportunity. You gave them the chance to share in the stage at the Worlds Collide Tour and share in the stage at all these unbelievable performances that truly defined their legacies. Because, you see, I've always believed, it's kind of like the song Legends in the Making and how it resonated with each and every one of you. Have you ever thought about why it resonated with each and every one of you? The reason why it resonated with so many wonderful people, over 10 million people, was because it showed how much every single person in this lifetime has a legacy. No matter if you choose to believe in it or not, you yourself watching this video has a legacy. It's all about how you find your legacy and how you fulfill your purpose in life. And I think that everybody does have a light, and they do eventually find it. And I've said this time and time again on my show. And I guess this is why This is one of the many reasons, because there are millions of reasons why this YouTube channel seems to have become everybody's favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't say thank you so much for having made me your favorite personality and the most recognizable voice for Descendants of Zombies history, and having made this your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time. It's been my honor to create hundreds of hours of content that has resonated, found a way into each and every one of your hearts, and represented you as fans of Descendants of Zombies, because that's all I ever wanted to be a part of and to offer a contribution to. My contributions for Descendants of Zombies will never ever be forgotten for how it's resonated with so many wonderful people. And it happened because of each and every one of you. So from my heart to yours, thank you so much for having made this your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time, and thank you so much for having watched this video. It has been my profound honor to join you every single time I ever have the chance to record and share with you my thoughts on such beautiful franchises and beautiful stories of these beautiful characters that will forever and always hold a very special place in our hearts. If you have not subscribed here, you're probably going to want to do that. I will be back later on today at some time throughout today with a new podcast for you guys, hopefully sometime this afternoon. And throughout the evening, I will be here too, discussing various things happening for the Descendants of Zombies universe, because we've got a lot to be excited about as we make our way throughout 2026 and into that unforeseeable future. While we may never know what the future has in store, I know it's something that I'm really excited to be a part of, and we are all about to be a part of something that is going to be historical. It's really history that we're going to be a part of, and it's something we should really honor and really enjoy. Thank you so much for having made this your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time, and thank you so much for watching this video.